So yesterday, I worked a 13-hour shift. I was up on my feet 15 hours, and the previous night before, I worked a night shift getting home about 9:30, 10, and then I got to bed about 12 because I had to take care of an elderly man who definitely does not respect any of my boundaries. He just tried to take over my bed and make me late. He also spilled his colostomy bag all over my laundry, said he was going to do it, and then he left it there to harden. Just stuff like that. So I had to deal with stuff like that. Got to bed about 12, got off my feet to me time about 12. I started to close, falling asleep about 2, but then I peeked at the clock and I realized my alarm clock goes off at 3 because I got to be ready to get out the door by 6, and my body won't move if I don't give myself plenty of time. Everybody else who works for the company gets there late and they're in trouble. Never me, but I do go without sleep, which stinks. But I follow all the rules to the letter. Anyways, I'm in extreme pain. Just last week or some time ago, I had blackish green urine. It's gone back and forth since. It's not black anymore, but it's still dark green tint here and there. My kidneys hurt like hell. My GI from whatever's been going on further than that hurts like hell. My seizures aren't any better. Now, I don't smoke weed often, but I just did. Oh God, yeah, I did this morning. I don't care. I absolutely did. Now, that was at, 8 a.m. Luckily, I don't have to work a morning shift. So, here's the thing though. I'm trying to remember the last time I really smoked any weed like this, where this was just only a quarter of a joint. I tested out because some weeds make my nervous system worse, some make it better. So I got to test, do little bits at a time. Anyways, I usually am a hemp guy, very Pacific hemp that contains CBDV. I've tried THCV as well, but it has less results. And there's a lot of other CBDs when mixed that are great, if you get the real stuff. Now, when thinking about the last time I smoked, I usually say 3 weeks or try to think back, but it's really hard to actually pick a date because I don't actually smoke weed. It's only when somebody hands me weed for free or gives me it or something like that I ever smoke, and I have a whole rule system of refusal. So a lot of times, even when they're handing it to me, I still say no because they have to tell me what type it is. I got to Google it. I have to kind of know it's the type that makes me better. I have to kind of know the type that person smokes. Or sometimes they're packaged in a tube and I can Google it, or I can be more familiar with it, or I can sample it later and go back to it. So with all those rules, it really doesn't happen often. I used to be a big pot smoker, but I would get a bag here and there. There was nothing wrong with it, even from the dispensary. That would just do it. Some sativa, some indicas. It's because there's a lot of different compounds in marijuana, and there's some that help me and there's some that don't. So when you break it down, there are a lot of great things for epileptics or people who shake or people like me, but we have to break it down. Like the D9, it can improve the other things that help me, but it by itself actually doesn't help my seizures. D9 by itself is not a great seizure medication. But a small amount of D9 added with another compound like CBD or CBDV makes it work fantastically. If you take, let's say, a gram of 20% THCV, 40% CBDV, and the rest a full spectrum CBD, and then you just do a pinch of Delta 9 or a pinch of some type of THC in there, it improves the ability of the epilepsy or the medication that helps with the neurological disorders to work. But for the life of me, I just can't seem to remember how long ago it's been since I smoked weed. It has to be 3 weeks, a month. But I feel like it's been a lot longer because I can't remember. So it could be 2 months. I usually just say like 3 weeks or try to, unless I actually remember a time and then I actually pinpoint the date. Like today, I should be able to pinpoint. I can go, this was the last time I smoked.